Hello, I am Wallas, the Polish toy guy. Thank you for joining me in today's video, in which I'm going to open a blind bag of My Little Ponies. To be exact, My Little Pony blind bag wave 12. And in case you are wondering what a pony is doing on this channel, this is not the first time I'm actually dealing with one here. I previously did My Little Pony Pop Toys, and I do like to tackle things like My Little Pony Littlest Pet Shop once in a while. Of course, still giant robots that usually transform are my main deal, but I don't mind working on something like this once in a while. It's kind of refreshing, a bit silly, but positively silly. It kind of helps me push myself to make more reviews, more varied reviews. Yes, there will be more robots, more Legos and other things, but My Little Pony and other things that are supposedly girly will pop up here once in a while, so be prepared. And with that said, here we have the name of the series, Cutie Mark Magic. Inside we have, well, in this series we have 24 different ponies to collect. This is made for ages 3 and up, so I qualify without any problem. And inside each bag we will find a single pony and a single collector card. And this is of course made by Hasbro. And the interesting thing about these is that in the previous series that I worked with, there was an element of surprise. Unless you had access to some fan database, some codes that were printed somewhere on these bags, you did not know what you are buying until you opened the bag. But in this case, we actually have a window through which we can see what we are buying, so we are making a very conscious purchase at the store. I'm not sure why this is added. Perhaps it has something to do with a tendency of people to walk into the shops with scissors, open their blind bags while they're at the shelves and picking out the content. Perhaps this is designed to make people stop doing that, but I'm not sure. That's just one of my wild guesses. If you know something more about this, please let me know in the comment sections. I will be happy to broaden my knowledge. And with that said, let's open up this bag and see Rainbow Dash from up close. So the description on the packaging was right. Inside the blind bag we have one figure and one collector card. Again, this is Rainbow Dash and Cutie Mark Magic indeed. If we look at this side, there are multiple cutie marks over here, and not only in the usual spot on the side of the butt. We have none on this side, but still this overload is enough for the whole figure. And we have also the collector card, which doubles as a catalog. We'll come back to that in a second. For now, let's just look at the front. We have the logo of My Little Pony, Hasbro, the catchphrase for this line, the cutie mark. We have the animated version of Rainbow Dash, her name of course, and what describes her, in this case, loves to help her friends. And on the back we can see all 24 ponies, and one thing that's interesting, we can see that we have 2 Rainbow Dashes, the normal version with only one cutie mark, and our version, which seems to be some kind of super mode. I don't know if this has any plot justification or is just a special version. Hard to tell. But one thing that's very easy to catch looking at this picture is that there are lots and lots of ponies that would look identical to someone who is colorblind, and that's something that one has to accept with blind bags of My Little Pony figure mold recycling. I think in this entire series there may be 10 different designs that are continuously repainted and repainted into various ponies, and if you've seen it now, chances are you've seen it multiple times in the past series. For example, look at Applejack. Not only is she repainted a few times just inside this series, but also I can tell that we've already seen this very mold in past incarnations of My Little Pony, either as a blind bag or as a blister carded toy. So yes, once again, recycling is the base principle of My Little Pony. But it's something that I grew to accept over the years. And now let's go back to Rainbow Dash, which at first glance looks nice. Yes, she looks a bit like she went to a tattoo shop to get herself decorated, but from a distance this looks kind of nice. This figure of course can stand on its own, which is nice, and a bit of a rumble does not affect that. And on one of her hooves she has a hole to plug her into bigger sets, or maybe even a display base. And yes, from afar this looks nice. It's Rainbow Dash, she looks cool. Her ears are not going to break on us, and neither are her wings. And the paint also seems nice, but again, from distance, if you take a closer look, you will see that the paint in some places is gritty, it's slightly slobby, it's not very good at times, it will mix with other colors, or it will not go over the intended parts as they should. But that's something that is also part of the charm of blind bag toys that cost some $2–4 in a store. They just don't have a budget to make them designed in a bit more precise way, and that's something that goes for a lot of these toys, so it's just something that we have to accept, and when we do, we should have some fun with these toys. So I'm not sure if this is not my first Rainbow Dash. If it is, it looks kind of nice. Yes, the Cutie mark gimmick with all of these cutie marks is both amusing and silly, but I don't mind. So yes, overall I think for this price, for this series, this is a pretty decent figure. Not spectacular, but definitely decent. And now it's time for comparisons, so starting from left to right, here we have a Playmobil Shaman, a cereal box Red Grimlock, our Rainbow Dash, a penguin from Littlest Pet Shop, and one of the many redecos of My Little Pony Pinkie Pie. And for real-life size reference, here we have the common Cola Can, the magnificent $1, and the glorious 2 Polish zlotys. And that's all for this video. I will be back with the next one soon. And until then, stay well. Thank you for watching.